guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me on your May 2022 month ahead reading. Just to let you guys know, I'm back on YouTube now. For those of you that wrote to me asking where I was, thank you so much. I'm not bad at all, doing really well. Just fancied a bit of a break over the last 6 months just to focus on some other stuff. But I'm back. Feeling good, feeling fresh and raring to go. So yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy your reading. Also guys, I'm going to be on Patreon soon. It actually should be up by now. So if you'd like to support me over there, feel free to. All the details are below. Thanks for your time, guys. See you on your reading. Bye-bye. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me on your May 2022 month ahead reading. Really good to be back with you guys. I'm going to try and be a little bit more consistent now on a monthly basis if I can. But yeah, really looking forward to sharing my insights. This month, guys, we are using the Maggie Stiefvater, I think that's how you pronounce her. Sorry, Maggie. Deck, the Scorpio Sea Tarot. I've been using this quite a bit actually for clients and I really love this deck. It's just gorgeous. Your spiritual message for the month is Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. Self-care message for the month is the Self-Care Wisdom cards by Cheryl Richardson. And your angelic message for the month comes from the Angels Among Us deck. Okay, by, I think that's a Victoria Maxwell and Ellie, I can't read the last name there. Let's just call her Ellie. Okay, so yeah, we're going to use these decks for this month, guys. For the message, we're looking at just an overall message from the tarot for the month. We look at the past in 3 cards, your present in 3 cards, your future in 3 cards for the month, and then the overall advice in the last row. Okay, so yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. Also, make sure, guys, that you join me on my Patreon, and also if you'd like to order a reading from me, the link is in the comment section below. All right, sit back, relax and enjoy. Oh, hi Leo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me on your reading. We're going to look at your May 2022 messages for the month. Okay, Leo, we've got the cards down. Wow, I love this one. We'll see how this fits in with the reading when we start. So let's have a look at the passive situation. By the way, I'm using a different deck to the one that's advertised at the beginning of the reading. We are using I decided to use the Master Tarot deck. It's from the Astrology Answers brand, I think. I really love this deck. I got this for £10 second hand, actually. So I really love this deck. So this is the deck that we're going to use for the reading. So the passive situation, Leo, shows the Two of Wands. In the past, I think you had a choice. You had a choice between 2 paths, because the Two of Wands often the tarot, the cards can mean several things. It doesn't just mean one thing. You don't just get one meaning with a tarot card. You get several. Two of Wands can mean that you're staying in the safe place. You're in a place that you're kind of protected from everything else. You might have intentions with that World card in his hand to go out, but you just stay where you are. Sometimes this card can literally mean that you're planning ahead before you take the leap with that Three of Wands. And sometimes this is a choice between 2 paths. So it could be in the past, Leo, that some of you guys, you were planning something in the past, or you may have had a choice between 2 paths in the past. Okay, so we've got a relationship here with the Two of Cups. So I think you had a choice here between 2 paths concerning a relationship, and the Two of Wands can be a choice between, between multiple partners for some of you Leos. My table often shakes when I'm sort of moving around. It could be whether you stayed or went. So the Two of Wands can be a choice as to whether you stay or whether you go in a relationship as well. So we had a choice here between 2 paths. Did you stay? Did you leave it? Did you stay in a relationship? Did you leave it? Did you have a choice between a couple of lovers here? The Page of Swords. Okay. I feel that there was some fighting in a relationship here with the Two of Cups and the Page of Swords. And I actually feel that some of you guys... do you know what I often find, though, with swords? And remember, when you're doing tarot, as long as you know what the meanings of the cards are, you can always break the rules. So don't just do readings... if you're learning tarot or if you know tarot, just how I do tarot as well, I always look at the imagery. And whenever I see a sword person, for example, the Page of Swords or the Knight of Swords, because they're actually, I think, the most mischievous characters within the tarot, they always look like they're interfering, because that sword looks like it's trying to cut the bond of these two. So I think in the past, for some of you Leos, I think that you may have had some interference with someone here. Some of you guys were involved in a relationship, and I feel that you had somebody who was trying to kind of interfere within your relationship, because that Page of Swords, whether it's a Knight of Swords or a Page of Swords, is often trying to interrupt what's going on inside this card here. So you can see the sword is brandished high, and it's trying to kind of cut through this kind of relationship, this bond here. So you may have had some interference. Some of you guys, it might be with the Two of Wands, there was a third party here, somebody was trying to interfere in your relationship, or it could be that you had a choice in the past with the Two of Wands energy. You had a choice whether you're going to stay or leave a relationship. Some of you guys may have been arguing within a relationship as well. The Page of Swords can be an argument, and this is your relationship card. Where are we now? Okay, so we see an ending here with the Death card. There's a change, there's an ending here with the Death card. There's an individual here, there's a King of Cups. So some of you Leos may be dealing with a water sign, male or female, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Okay, so the King of Cups, but I don't think there's an ending here. I feel that the King of Cups is, I mean, we've got a king here. We've got a court card and it's looking towards the sun. All right, so there's a King of Cups who's looking towards happiness. There's a King of Cups who's looking towards, he or she could be offering happiness here. So I feel that there's a big change around you at the moment in which it could actually be this is somebody new offering you some form of happiness or bringing, because cups offer or they bring, because the cup is bringing something, it's offering it. So I think somebody is bringing you happiness. So I think around you, I don't think that this is the same person. I think this is somebody different. I think some of you guys had a choice in the past, whether you stayed or you left a relationship. Possibly there were too many arguments. Or perhaps you had a choice in the past because somebody was interfering within your relationship, whether you stayed or whether you went. So the choice whether you stay or go to of wands, the relationship and then the argument, or somebody here, the Page, is trying to interfere in your relationship. It could have been a younger person trying to interfere in your connection with another. But I think there's a big change here. It's either that the change is, I think if this is a third party situation happening here and you've got somebody who's trying to interfere in your connection or relationship with another, it almost feels like to me around you at the moment, whoever it is that you're in the relationship with is choosing you. And actually the sun is Leo as well. So it's almost like there's a change as this person chooses you, the sun. For some reason you appear to be the sun to this king. Or it could simply be because, yeah, that could definitely be you because it represents Leo, and this person could be offering you, you know, they could be saying you're the one that I choose. So it could be that if there is a third party situation in the past, this person could literally choose you. Or there could be literally a change in which somebody is offering you happiness. Somebody now is bringing happiness into your life. It could be that in the end, what we're seeing here is if you had a choice between whether you stayed or left a relationship in the past, Leo, what we're seeing around you right now is a big, big change with that Death card, in which I see somebody who is finally bringing you some happiness. So it's either going to be, I feel, whoever it is that you have a relationship with now, if you have a choice whether you stay or go, it might be that this person decides, actually, you're the person I want to be with. Or it might simply be that you've got somebody new coming in who's going to bring that happiness to you. What is the end of May looking like? Okay, so we're seeing some healing occurring here with the Temperance energy. There's a new beginning here with the Fool energy. 10 of Pentacles. I see freedom from this 10 of Coins. So I see somebody who's freeing themselves from a long-term relationship. So I see with the Temperance energy, going into the end of May, there's balance being restored here as one leaves something long-term, leaving with the Fool energy a long-term, because 10 of Coins, and I think this is a love reading, the 10 of Coins, I mean, it doesn't have to be love for some of you, it could be something else, but the 10 of Coins for me would often be the long-term card, okay, and also it's number 10, so there's a cycle that ends and a new beginning, so But for me, with this reading, I feel that the Ten of Pentacles is more kind of like your long-term card. So it just feels like there's an ending here. The Temperance card sees balance being restored, and we're seeing a new start starting up here with the Fool energy, and somebody who's freeing themselves from the status quo or from something that's been long-term with that Ten of Pentacles. Looks like it's a long-term relationship. It's a long-term situation happening here with the Ten of Coins. It feels like somebody's decided to free themselves from that, and we're seeing the balance being restored here. Also, Temperance for me can represent change or a new situation beginning or a test, because Temperance can mean we're testing the waters. So by the end of May, it may simply be for some of you Leos that you're deciding to test the waters with Temperance. We're seeing a new beginning here, a new situation here, or there's a test beginning here. Some of you guys are testing the waters, and you're taking, maybe you're deciding to separate, or you're deciding with this Fool energy just to take a little bit of a break. I mean, the Fool does represent a new beginning, but it, you know, major arcanas they're not always absolutes, you know. Majors aren't always absolutes. They can be as small as a major as well. The lesson of the Fool energy is to embrace a new beginning. So what we're doing, we're leaving, and we're stepping outside of that Ten of Pentacles, the safety of the Ten of Coins, because the Ten of Coins represents a safe and secure situation, but the Fool is embracing the fact that it needs to kind of take a leap of faith outside of the 10. So I do feel for some of you guys, by the end of May, you're going to be testing a situation here with the Temperance. I certainly, when I look at the cards, Leo, don't actually feel that this is a situation that suggests balance being restored. It doesn't feel like it, because it feels like with the Fool energy, the Fool and Temperance for me, they don't work together as kind of being compatible in terms of a balancing being restored, because we've got the Fool, which is the risk taker. He's just starting out on a new path. We don't know whether we're going to feel balanced, or whether we're going to feel a sense of equilibrium, or if we're going to feel comfortable when you're just starting out on a path. You have to have a bit more experience before you can actually get to the Temperance stage. So I think here this is more than anything, there's a test taking place here by the end of May, and some of you guys are actually with this Fool energy taking a leap of faith, and what you're doing is that you're taking a bit of a risk on leaving behind a very secure situation that you've been in with the Ten of Pentacles energy here, because I think it kind of falls in line, Leo, with this area here, where I'm now going to read this and say that I'm going to have to turn that off, I think, it keeps bleeping, where I feel that with this Two of Wands, some of you guys had to make a choice between whether you stayed or left within a relationship. I think with this Page of Swords, there's just too many arguments here with this Page of Swords in this relationship, and some of you guys are kind of like, I've got to make a choice whether I'm going to stay in this or whether I'm going to leave it. I feel around you right now, there's a big change in which it might be that what you have is somebody that's showing you a lot of interest here. I think this is somebody new, perhaps around you guys right now, who is showing some interest. They're bringing happiness to you. And so there's potential here with an individual here. I think going forward, you're going to test the waters with this, probably with this individual for some of you guys, and you're going to take a leap of faith, and you're going to leave a very secure situation behind. And that's why you were kind of like, I don't know whether I should stay or go here, because it means, but I think that whoever this is for some of you Leos, they're giving you that kind of, they're giving you that confidence to say, you know what, I'm going to test this thing out, and I'm going to leave behind something that I'm used to and something that I feel very secure in. And that's why I think the message here was showing up as release your expectations and be open to surprise. Okay, so, you know, I think that the message with this card, what was the actual card? Yes, surprise, there's a surprise coming. So the self-care message is surprise for the month, and it says release any expectations. Okay, so just let go of any expectations you've got of this situation here, and just let it evolve how it's going to be, how it's going to evolve. And that's why some of you guys are kind of like, I don't know. I don't know whether I should do this or not. It could also be read, I guess, as you have a choice to whether you're going to stay or go in the present relationship, because there may be a relationship, perhaps this is with somebody younger here. Perhaps this King of Swords is that page as well. But I feel that you've got to be open to a surprise. And that King of Cups as well reminds me of the word open, because his heart is open to the wonderment of the sun. So it could be around you as well, read as that around you at the moment as well, Leo, is that we have a big change in which you're going to need to be open. You're going to need to open your your heart with the King of Cups energy to something really positive happening with that Sun energy. And going into the end of May, we have the need to test the waters with the Temperance card. But also I feel that when I look at the Fool going towards the angelic Temperance card, because this can be angels who are working on your behalf, that the Fool has to trust. So it almost feels as well that this could be read as by the end of May, you're going to really need to trust with that Fool energy that you are being protected and taken care of by angels, you know, because some of you guys are really looking to leave behind a secure situation here, and you're going to have to trust that you're going to be okay, because Temperance also means to be okay. Again, it's the card of balance. So the Fool energy as well, the lesson of the Fool is to trust, okay? Whatever you're doing with the Fool card, you're always going to be taking that leap of faith, and you're never really going to know whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing for you to do. You just have to trust in your gut instinct with the Fool energy. So by the end of the month as well, with Temperance and the Fool and the Ten of Coins, there's going to be a need for you to really trust with that Fool energy here, okay? That things are going to work out for the best in the long term with the Temperance energy, because some of you guys are literally going to be leaving a very secure situation here, okay? What is the message for the month then showing up here, Leo? The message is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords really just asks you to surrender and just to let go. With the Four of Swords, it's a card about non-action, so it's just about surrendering, letting go. You've got the Moon energy showing here. So the Moon, both of these cards remind me of the nighttime. This reminds me of a bed and being asleep, and the Moon energy is about visualizing, okay? So both of these cards remind me of meditation and visualizing. Yeah, you need to visualize, I think, with this Moon and the Wheel of Fortune is change. Okay, but also the Wheel of Fortune is your destiny. So there's a sense of needing to visualize where you want to be going forward, I feel, with the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. The lesson of the Wheel of Fortune is that, you know, things are inevitable. Things are always changing, and we have to really adapt to the change. The lesson of the Moon energy is to really highlight those fears and to really focus on what it is that is making you feel scared, and to really kind of highlight them and look at them, and kind of, it's almost about the shadow self. And then you've got the Four of Swords energy, which is about quiet contemplation. So I think that the lesson here, or the message for the month of May, is really just to allow yourself to surrender, okay? Just to surrender and just to kind of relax and let go with this Four of Swords, and really just to visualize with this Moon, because the Moon is also about dreaming and visualization. So it's to let go and to visualize about where your destiny, about where you're going to be with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? I feel that you have great I feel that you have a great command, or you have real control. You are in control of what you dream and how you think about things and how you visualize things as well. Okay. I also feel that if you let go, any fears that you have with the Moon energy are going to change with that Wheel of Fortune as well. Because some of you guys, I feel that when I look at this reading, you're literally really fearful of where this direction is taking you. And it certainly could be that, you know, it could be a contract that you're in with a job, and you decide, actually, you know what, I've got a choice to make around this, and, you know, there's a new position coming up, that type of thing. It could definitely be a relationship thing where you've got a choice between two paths. You're involved, you're talking to somebody new, or, you know, somebody's interfering in your relationship and you don't know whether, you know, you should leave this relationship or not. It looks to me like there's somebody who is bringing a great deal of happiness into your life for some of you guys, and some of you guys, you need to open yourself up to happiness and joy coming in and that type of thing. And it certainly feels to me as well by the end of May that there's going to be a need for you to trust in the process. Okay, now also that's another thing. The Temperance card can literally be the process, because you can see here the angel has one cup here and one cup here, and what it's trying to do is it's trying to put one cup of water into the other. It's really just trying to create an equal balance of water in both cups, but there's a process to this. This is why Temperance can be seen as being patient, or being just taking your time, or just kind of just, you know, surrendering and seeing things through. So there's a process, and so we've got the Fool energy running towards Temperance. So there's a need as well by the end of May, Leo, that you've got to just simply trust the process, because some of you guys are going to be leaving something secure. Okay, also the Ten of Pentacles is about success. It's about all of the hard work that you've put in culminating in success. Okay, so it's the culmination of the physical. You can see things literally manifesting into the physical with the 10 of coins. So really trust the process, because things are actually going to work out in your favour in the end with the 10 of pentacles. All 10s really, I mean, you know, things like the 10 of swords perhaps and the 10 of wands talk about struggle and strife and you know, overwhelming hurt, pain, that type of thing. But when you get cards like the 10 of cups and the 10 of pentacles, they're really successful cards. You know, they say things are going to culminate, the ending is going to be a very successful ending. So trust in the process as well. By the end of May, you're going to have to trust in the process if you want to be successful in this with the 10 of coins energy. If you want to see the physical manifestation of all the hard work that you've put in, okay? And that starts with some of you guys really opening your heart to this, opening your heart to something good happening, okay? So yeah, trust in the process, surrender. Fears will start to allay themselves with the moon and the wheel of fortune, but also there's a need for you just to kind of be still. Four of swords deals with the idea of stillness. By the advice is to be still, okay, with the Four of Swords energy, and to dream and to visualize with the Wheel of Fortune of where your path is heading, where you want to be. But also at the same time, release any expectations if you can. You can visualize and then release it, and then be open to the universe delivering whatever it needs to deliver to you, because be open to the to surprise coming in as well at the same time. What is the blessing that is being bestowed on Leo? So it's a blessing on growing older. So I think that with growing older comes wisdom. We're going to have a look at what this is. So there's a blessing on growing older. Let's have a look. So number 38, I think that says. Yeah, so a blessing on your ripening years, Leo, for maturity and wisdom, for knowledge earned through the doing of sacred things, the fulfillment of magical tasks. Brilliant. And finally, the angelic message for the month is Angel Haniel. Angelic, what's it? Psychic ability. Moon cycles. Wow. Friendship. Let's have a look at what the Angel Haniel has to tell you today. So we have number... is that a number 7 or a number 1? I think it's number 1. Let's have a look. No, number 1 is Angel Michael. Let's have a look. Yeah, Angel Haniel. So Archangel Haniel's name means joy of God or grace of God, and she's the angel of psychic insights and abilities. Sorry about that noise, guard. I'll make sure it's turned off next time. Psychic insights and abilities, intuition and femininity. Archangel Haniel is aligned with the energy of the moon and can help you to connect with the moon and its cycles, as well as work with the cycles of your own body, the world around you, the seasons, equinoxes, and the cycles of your own life. Aligned with the throat, heart, and third eye chakras, Archangel Haniel is a powerful ally to call in when doing any kind of psychic development or intuitive work. And this certainly looks like it with the Four of Swords and the moon energy showing here. It certainly looks like the advice is just to allow yourself to surrender to your psychic, you know, and also with the Wheel of Fortune being a card about connection. So connecting to spirit with the moon and the Wheel of Fortune as well, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about the connection. It's a ring, so there's a connection here. When you get circles like the Wheel of Fortune and the World card, they can just simply talk about a ring or a connection. So this is kind of for me connecting to spirit here as well. So there's a need to surrender and to be still and to psychically connect to your spirit as well, whether this be your higher self or whether this be just simply, you know, whatever you consider to be your universal guide or whatever it is. There's a need to do that as well. The moon and the Wheel of Fortune for me, because we've got the moon cycles here, and the moon can be up and down emotionally, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune and it seems to go around in a cycle here. There's this repetition energy here. It may also be when we look at the moon and the Wheel of Fortune that there's a little bit of chaos with those cards as well, because as I've said, the wheel seems to go round and round and round and round. One moment it's this, one moment it's that. And then you've got the moon that does that as well, because you've got the moon of the ebbs and flow of the moon. So this can be emotional turmoil. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it seems to go round and round and round. And then you've got this card that doesn't do that. So you've got two cards that move, the ebb and flow of the moon and the cyclical movement of the Wheel of Fortune. And you've got the moon cycles here as well. So two cards that deal with the idea of cycles, things that are always shifting and moving. Certainly with this, there is the element of emotion with that as well. And that can sometimes take somebody on a little bit of a merry-go-round, so much so that you could probably become quite depressed by that. So I feel that there's a need for you, the advice for the week, for the month also, Leo, is to try and just be still when these two cards are happening. Okay, whenever you feel that your emotions are kind of shifting from one thing to the other. Some of you guys may feel one moment up, the next minute down, and it seems with the Wheel of Fortune that this is a repetitive thing. It might be happening during menopause, or it might be happening during your period, or something like that, or it might be happening, you know, as a result of a situation occurring, or whatever the case may be. And I just feel that for some of you guys, there is a need, because one card doesn't move but the other two do. There is a need when you've got this to be still and just to close your eyes and just to really try and connect in with spirit, with the universe. Maybe you want to put on a guided meditation when these things are happening, or you want to just kind of, you know, try and just disconnect a little bit, because these two cards together, they look very, very, very noisy to me. Very noisy, especially on an emotional level. There's a lot of noise going on that could literally send you around the bend. This card is very quiet, so there is really a need to just quiet, still yourself whenever this madness is going on with both of these cards at the same time. Okay, that's brilliant. And I think it could be happening because you've got these choices to make, and it might be quite scary. But trust in your wisdom. You've got a blessing on growing older. And one of the beautiful things I think about growing older is that you're more wise and you're more kind of, you know, tuned in to certain things because you've got that much more experience. So trust in that. Okay, trust in that. Trust in the blessing of growing older. Trust in your wisdom. Okay, brilliant. All right, that is your reading, my darlings. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like a reading with me, click on the link in the comment section below. Also, I'm on Patreon as well, so you can support me over there. We're going to be doing pick a card readings. It's going to be real fun. I'll be doing tutorials in time and things like that. So, yeah. All right, love you guys loads. Take care. See you in June. Bye-bye.